What's going on, family? Welcome back to Gold3nFX Market Sundays, episode 11, where we break down gold's previous price action and we look for the possible setups for the week ahead. So this week I want to do something a little different. I want to show y'all exactly how I trade. So I do top-down analysis. So we're going to start on the daily chart. So let's get to it. So when I first come to the charts, I start on my daily time frame and I just look and see what the market is doing, what direction it's going in, if it's in an uptrend, downtrend, or if it's moving sideways. So as you can see, what is the market doing? It's going up, right? Okay, so that's all I need to see on my daily time frame. Now I go to the 4-hour. Go to my 4-hour, and this is where I start marking up my chart. Okay, so what do I see right here? Where has the market, we're looking for support. So where has the market came to and did not break through that area? So we can look and see, boom, we have an area here, we have an area here, here, here. So we mark that up. Now really, I don't have to go back this far. This is back in April. Really, you can just use the last 5 to 10 days. Your most recent data to mark up your charts. But for this purpose, just because it just looks good, I'm gonna just go ahead and mark it up like this right here. So I will do and I only put it right there instead of well, you can put one right here as well. But like I said, right now, I'm really just focused on this area here. So you see how the market came down. We have strong buyers here. It pushed the market back up. It's here again. Now we're about to see what the market is going to do. But we're going to get to that. Let me change. I make my supports blue. Now we need to find our resistance. So what area did the market come up to and fall back down? Remember, your resistance is your ceiling. So when you throw a ball up and it hits the ceiling, what is it going to do? It's not going to break through the ceiling and keep going up. It's going to fall back down, right? So you want to mark up your resistance. And that's about like right here, right? So I'll make my resistance red for stop. We're gonna fall back down at that red zone. All right, so now we got it looking like this. Now we could place some more in here, but I like to go on down. Once I get my main support and resistance, I like to drop down to my 1-hour. And I do the same thing. Now I'm just marking up the zones. So now I go in. Okay, this is an area where the market came to. And fell back down, right? We're gonna make the zones gray. Now, where did the market fall down to and go back up? You're pretty much just trapping price to go to your lower time frames and find an entry off of that price. Okay, do I see another area where it came to multiple times and then rejected the area? So yeah, about right here, right? So boom, you mark that up. Now you look at your previous data and you see, okay, if we go look back here, let's go back to our 4-hour, just so I can show y'all how the market was making higher highs and higher lows. All right, so just going based off this right here, what we're looking at, based off of this, what is the market doing? So if we mark our lowest point in the market, let me find my so this is our lowest point in the market, right? This is our low. So the market made a low. The market made a low, right? And then we came up here and did what? Now, hold on. Let's go back to our, see if it's going to look better on the 1 hour. All right, let's just mark it up on that 4 hour. We're gonna just mark it up on this 4 hour, and then we'll break down to each time frame. So boom, we got our low. Then what did the market do? We can put it here. That's another low, but I would put it here. So we got our first low. And this is a higher low because this low is higher than this low. Now, to have a higher low, we need to have created a higher high. So the market came to a point and it made, let's see, just clone this and flip it. We made a high in the market. And we just keep doing this. When it came up to this zone, we made another high. What did it do right here? This low is higher than this low. So we have another higher low. And as you can see, the market is just going up. We have a low, we have a higher high, we have a higher low, higher high, higher low. So what is this? A higher high. Now this is the highest that the market has been. Right here. So label this. It's a higher high. Now this is the highest that the market has been. So now with it, if you go back, if you look left, I always look left. You see, every time the market came up to this resistance, what did it do? Even here, if you look at this, and I explained this in my last video 2 Sundays ago, you go back to your higher time frame, and you can see that the candle did not close above this resistance. So you always have to go back to your higher time frame to get confirmation to see what the market is actually doing. Okay, so now if you can see here, what did the market do? It came up to this area. It rejected it. It rejected it. And I'm pretty sure people got in up here and thought the market was going to continue to go higher. And guess what? It hit their stop loss and it took them out that trade. Same here. It respected the resistance. We dropped back down. So here, it did the same exact thing. If it doesn't break above this resistance and a candle closes above, expect the market to drop back down, and it did exactly that. And now you see on the daily time frame and your daily and 4 hour, those zones are going to be very strong. They're going to hold because it's a higher time frame, right? So as you can see, now we're back to our support, and you can see these higher highs and higher lows very clear now, right? Very clear. And it just kept breaking. So we made a higher high. We made a higher low. It did not break that low. So it's telling you that the market is going to continue to be bullish. It's going to continue to buy up. We made a higher high. What did it do? It made a higher low. It did not break this low. It did not, when I say it did not break this low, I'm meaning it did not come out of this zone and come past this area. It respected it. So what we do, we came up again. We got back to that resistance area, okay? We did not break it. So now we're starting to break our higher lows. Once you break a higher low, that's indication that we're gonna start selling. So now what I do, I drop down to each time frame, and this is how I enter the market. So now that I'm seeing this, okay, so I know we have strong buyers here, right? So let's break it down real quick. Let's break it down, because you have to go inside the market. You have to, it's like you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word I'm looking for, but you have to really like that, what is it? Dissect the market. Like, you have to look at each and every little detail that the market is giving you. You have to look at the market structure and go with the flow of the market. Okay, so now we're on the 4 hour, right? Now you see we just marked up the higher highs and the higher lows, with the market was uptrending in the market. Now that it came to this resistance, now we're not breaking this higher high. So what did the market do? Here it created a higher it's starting to trend down, and it's creating lower highs and lower lows. So now we're going to mark those up. So boom, right here. I don't like when they so big, because when I go down, my time frames are gonna be huge. But anyway, so boom. So now that's your high. Now we've made a lower high. We did not break this high in the market, so it's a lower high. Now, where is our lower low? The market came down. You know what? Let's delete that. Right here. And you see it's all on these zones as well. So the market came down, made a lower low at this zone, and then it came up, made that lower high. It is correction, came down to this zone. It couldn't break through it fully, came up to the zone, and then that's when we broke through. We made another lower low. Boom. Now what did we do? The market came back to this zone here. What did we do right here? In the previously, it came to this area. What did it do? It bought up. So we came to this area. You see that rejection, and it's gonna look different on the lower time frames, but I'll show y'all that as well when I show you what I think is gonna what could possibly happen. I'm not gonna say what I think. What could possibly happen in the market when it opens back up. So, boom. So we got a lower low. Now the market rejected that area, respected it, and we came up. What did we do? We made a lower high. Boom. And you see how the market is just trending down. Now that we're back at this major support, this strong daily major support, buyers are sitting here. So let's mark that. Yeah, I've been trying to mark everything on my charts lately. So strong buyers. So we have strong buyers sitting here waiting for the market to push down so they can get in for that buy. Now, that doesn't mean as soon as the market get here to buy, okay? That doesn't mean that. That's not what I'm saying. You have to wait for your confirmations. You have to make sure that there are confluences, meaning that, okay, this, hold on, no, let me, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me explain this. We're gonna get to that. Okay, so boom. Now the market made another lower low on Friday when the market closed, right? So bring these up some. So now what I'm looking for in the market, so now we just marked it up on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. Excuse me. Now you can see it kind of clearly now. We came, we made this high. The market respected that resistance, so we came down and kind of consolidated right here. I wouldn't trade that at all. I usually box this area up. I'll put a box. So what I'll do with that, where's my, so when it does this right here, this is my no trade zone. Now I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do sometimes I do, which is something that I'm working on. I ain't gonna lie, I'm working on. I can't be doing that. I gotta get out of the habit of doing that, because I will sit here in consolidation. Once I see that it's consolidating, okay, let me show you what it looks like on a smaller time frame. Now I will, don't do this though, don't do this, it's bad. I will, and it's risky. So I'll sit up here once I see that is inside this box. I will trade inside the box. So, okay, meaning once I see that, okay, we're just ranging, it's just going up and down, I will get in for a buy when it gets down to the, you know what I'm saying, to the low of that box. And then it goes up, it gets up here to the high. I see that it's respecting the box. I'll get in for a sell. Buy, sell, until I see a break of it. And then I'm like, okay, now we're about to start moving, and it goes back inside that box. Once it's looking like this, though, I'll stop, because I know we're starting to we're gonna end up getting outside of that box and creating structure again. So do not trade consolidation. That's consolidation. That's when the market is just moving sideways. The buyers and sellers are equal. They're equal. They're fighting over who's gonna take over, pretty much. So now we're on this 1 hour. And you can see the market is just falling. And it come back to the zone and then broke through. So now what I'm looking for the market to, now when I say you don't want to buy this when it first breaks out, because the market can it can come up here and then just fall down, and you're stuck in a buy, and then hit your stop loss because you wasn't patient and you didn't get your confirmations. But it could come up here, as long as it doesn't break this lower high, as long as we stay leveled or, you know, a little bit under it, and it makes another lower high, and we break what. Okay, so look, let me show y'all with the path tool. So it could do this. Now I don't try to predict what the market is gonna do. I just trade what I see, and I'm just trying to give y'all some possibilities that could happen in the market. I'm not telling y'all what the market is gonna do. I don't want nobody going to say, "Oh, she said that it's gonna do this and that." And no, I'm giving y'all some possibilities of what the market could do. So we could see this right here. Hold on, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. We could see this move right here. It respected that support. Strong buyers are here, right? So we could come up, we could break this zone, and we can continue up as long as it doesn't break above this lower high. you know the market is going to continue. So it can come up here, boom. As long as we don't break that, we can come back down, and we can break through. We can break through that. We can break through that support, right? So if it does that, once you get, once you make that lower high, and then we come back below this zone, I would get in for a sale. And it especially when it gets here and we're back below this zone here, I will get in for a sale and ride it down back to that support. So it would look something like, you know what I'm saying, you want to have your stop loss above that a lower high on a smaller time frame. We're gonna drop down to the 15 minutes so I can show y'all, but you know what I'm saying, a 1 to 2, little something. But that's what I see, that's what I'm seeing. But of course I'm gonna wait till the market play out. So if you drop down, this is how I enter. But right now, what I'm looking at on the 15 minute, okay, the market came down, it made a lower low, it made a low, right? So we're gonna mark that off. It made a low, came up, you see it respected this area. I can put a little, sometimes I put a little box right here just to visually see what I'm looking at. Right here you can see it respected this area, so it dropped back down. And what do we have here? We have a higher low, because this low is higher than this low. So now it's starting to, and if we keep pushing up and keep making higher highs and higher lows, then that's when you know the market is reversing to continue to the uptrend. But you have to wait on your confirmation. So, oh, excuse me, y'all. So, yeah, I'm just waiting. So when the market opens, we're on the 15 minute. You can I drop down, I get in my trades on the 5 minute. So like I said, we can come back up to this area, and the market can push down and break this this higher low. You just have to wait and see. You really just have to wait and see. Just be patient. Sit on your hands if you have to. Don't hit that buy, don't hit that sell. Wait for your confirmations. Make sure the market is lining up. Stick to your rules. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the market. And then let's go back out to the, let's see. I want to show y'all something real quick. Of how I knew, well, I ain't gonna say how I knew, but what kind of gave me an idea of that the market was gonna start selling. So, you know, I use trend lines. So I had my trend line like here. Let's remove this box. So I had my trend line there, right? Now, as you can see on my trend line, and you can keep it right here. On my trend line, you see it came up, came down to close to the trend line. It respected it. It just bounces off my trend line. So I knew it was in the uptrend. It kept respecting my trend line. Boom. Once it came here and broke through, now as you can see, it came back to that trend line, but it did not break back above it. And here, this is where you could have got in for a sale, because it's at that zone as well. So look, we broke through the trend line. This is when it was consolidating as well. We broke through that trend line, came down a little bit. We respected the zone. It came back up. It came down, up. Now, Once it respected that trend line again, we got this bearish candle right here. Boom, it took off. It fell. And then that's when it started making lower lows and lower highs. So that's what I see. That's what I see in the market. I feel like I'm seeing that it's gonna come back to this zone, and if it respects this zone, we're gonna continue to sell. We're gonna sell off. But if it breaks through this zone, as I said, as long as it doesn't go higher than this higher low, this lower high, we're still good to sell off. But once it comes and the market breaks this lower high, then expect the market to continue to be in an uptrend, continue to buy. So, but just wait, sit on your hands, be patient, keep studying, stay disciplined. It's a lot that you have to learn, but this is something that you truly do want to learn. And soon, it's been placed on my heart, I want to do a course breaking down the basics of support, resistance, with my own videos, my own personal videos of how I trade, how I do my top-down analysis, how I see market structure, trend lines, higher highs, higher lows, everything when it comes to the market. I think I'm going to start when I get the time. I got to get my time back, y'all. So I want to start putting it on my YouTube and just trying to simplify it for people that really want to learn. So y'all stay patient, stay tapped in with me, keep studying. Keep studying. Do not give up. I don't care how long it takes. Do not give up on this skill. This could really free you, free your family. Stay at it. Stay disciplined. Stay prayed up. Y'all have a good week. Be blessed.
Charts be looking like hieroglyphs, I decipher them quick. Candlesticks dance, man, they never play a trick. Analyzing trends, see the bearish in the bull. Chasing pip dreams, yeah, my pocket's getting full. Dollar yen spike, man, I'm staying on alert. Euro drops low while it feeling like it hurt. MACD crossing, I'm stacking up the clues. Riding on the trends, ain't got nothing to lose. Forex dreams, making money schemes. Candlesticks gleam in my nightly themes. Chart analysis, never miss the beat. Hustling hard, turning risk to me. Fibonacci lines.